We all wear many hats, don't we? At work, we are our own finance head. Many times we're the HR head, many times we're the planning head, we're the strategy head. As a boss, we do so many things, and then when we come home, we could be a son, the daughter, the grandparent, the child, the husband, the wife. We do so many things, and where is the time? I'm gonna give you my top 8 productivity hacks that I feel work. Now, this is not stuff that you're gonna say, well, oh, this is just textbookish stuff. None of this is. This is all real stuff that you're going to say will turn thoughts into reality. All 8 of them work, and if you start following these, you're going to be tremendous. Before I do that, I want you to pause this video and go down, and in the comments below, type in what is your #1 productivity hack. And then also, while you're coming back up, hit that subscribe button, because I try to add a lot of tremendous value to these videos, and you're gonna love some of the next ones that are coming up. Hack #1, always work from a list. I don't know if you've ever heard this phrase, but believe it, successful people work from lists, unsuccessful people don't. And I know plenty of smart people that say stuff like, you know, Gulraj, I memorize a lot of the stuff on my list. I don't need to make written to-do lists. If you're wasting valuable brain space on something that could be on paper, what's the point? Now, to-do lists, there's 100 types of formats of them. There's literally 100 types of formats, and there's some tremendous commercial applications. You can get apps, you can get all sorts of software like OneNote and Evernote and Todoist. Those are some of my favorites to make these to-do lists. But you know what I use? I'm a little old-fashioned. I use Microsoft Word. That's all I do. I have a very lengthy to-do list on Microsoft Word. I found a way to manage the list, manipulate the things up and down, and it works for me. Choose whatever works for you. If you have to write on a piece of paper, or if you have to write on your desk, whatever works for you, that works for you. Now, when you have a to-do list, look at that to-do list in the morning, but yet before that, make sure you look at it the night before. Organize it, make it work for you, and then in the morning when you look at it, you won't believe that your subconscious has in some ways been working on it already. When you work from a to-do list, you're gonna get a lot of stuff done. I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful. Some of the little things that I do, and you should definitely do them, as after each task, put how many minutes it should take you to complete that task. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes. I usually go in 5-minute increments. So 5, 10, 15, 20, half an hour. Even if I have to go to 1.5 hours, I'll write it in minutes, because then I'll club a bunch of tasks together and I'll say, okay, well, these will probably take me about 1.5 hours to do. And now the race is on. I love racing myself, because you know, when there's a game, when life is a game, it's just more fun. Another thing you want to do is you want to break your tasks into chunks. Now, I usually put the so-called important tasks right at the start, but right before that, I'll put in some 5-minute tasks, which are actually just 1-minute tasks. These get the ball rolling, they drive momentum. And then when I do a bunch of these, then I'll get to the real tasks that are the important ones. And I'll do a video on important versus urgent later on, but there's no room for this one here. So after I finish a chunk, then I'll have the next chunk I'll go to, and there's a reward over there. And then the next chunk I'll go to, there's a reward over there. So I'll divide my tasks into groups of 10. If I finish the first group, then and only then can I go on to the second group. Now, there's good news and there's bad news in all of this. Which one do you want to hear first? Okay, since you're not answering, I'll tell you the good news first. The good news is that you're gonna save a whole lot of time in life when you do these to-do lists, and you're gonna get a lot more done in the day. I'm telling you, and it'll feel good. Your self-esteem will go up. You're gonna get these dopamine rushes all the time. It's going to be awesome. The bad news is you're never really gonna finish your to-do list. And I don't mean that day. Maybe you finished your to-do list for that day, but there's going to be stuff in your to-do list that is long-term stuff. That's okay. You're not supposed to get it all done, and if you have some stuff left at the end of the day, carry it forward. Have permission to carry it forward. Give yourself the permission to say, you know what, it wasn't all possible, and then it's a manageable list. So that was the first hack. Always work from a list. To-do lists are the best things that ever happened to me. If you made it this far, then congratulations, you're already ahead of the game. Now go implement this hack and subscribe so you don't miss out on the valuable content that I post. Also, check out the rest of the videos in this series that will be linked in the description box below.